So, what is the storyline? Basically, we're in this fairy folktale land. There's all of our favourite characters. The three little pigs. Someone's playing board game arena. Is that you, Matt?
Maybe.
What you're playing? Come on, you've got to tell us now.
Railroad Inc.
Oh, yes, I played that. Fun game.
Very good game.
Good roll and write. I should also say hello to everyone in the chat. So hello, before I go over the storyline, hello to Captain Foxy, Sue, GM, Jers. Thank you very much. You love my shirt? I love it too. I think it's quite possibly my favourite shirt. Hello to a Matt Clempson.
Who's he?
I don't know. Hello to a Caroline. Hope you are feeling much better. Has had a bit of the COVID recently. Couldn't taste. Was it taste or smell Caroline lost? Or was it both?
Smell.
Smell.
Yeah. Same as I got.
So I hope that's coming back for you. Hello, Annika. Hello to anyone. Hello as well who is in the chat. And hello, Meredith and Bloody Violet. I hope you're all doing well tonight. And if you like thunderstorms, I hope you've had one recently. If you don't like them, I hope you haven't had any recently. Something like that. We're in this folklore land. The three little pigs are police. We're assisting B.B. Wolf in her investigations of the spider. We thought the spider was going to be Little Red Riding Hood, but it turned out not to be them. And the spider has been doing a spate of dog napping. And so I don't know whether the dogs are still alive. Let's hope so.
Let's say yes.
Let's hope so. But if we see someone wearing a luscious fur coat in the next half hour, 2 hours... Okay, and we investigated the Pied Piper last time. And he was running around under an anagram of his name or something like that. And did it turn out to be him? I cannot remember. But anyway, someone is dog napping under the name of the Spider, and we're trying to investigate their financial backgrounds now, I think. And good evening to JKP Shock. You will have had a good thunderstorm last Wednesday night, I think, because there was a lot of good storms on that night, lots of lightning, but not much thunder. Okay, it's time to open the envelope. Before I do that, Matt, any words of advice?
There's lots of little bits here, so try and keep it all together.
Physically, you mean?
To some extent, yeah.
Keep it together, man.
I mean, yeah. Been trying to do that for years and it hasn't succeeded. Okay, let's rip it open. Here we go. Enjoy, everyone. Oh, that sound. Such a good sound. Right, what have we got in the box today? First of all, we have an envelope saying, unsolved case files. Do not open until instructed. Will I need the scissors? I was wondering, just as I started the stream, where I've put the scissors. Yeah, they're by my side in case I need it. I have this envelope. Election rally security. Do not open until instructed. Pinocchio, say goodbye. Say your goodbyes to City Hall's lies. That is a good campaign slogan. Just checking there's nothing on the back of these. Good. We have our starting envelope. And we have rules of engagement, which is just telling us a little bit about how these things work. But we know everything that we need to know. We also have this. It's sort of a, the classic detective pinboard connected by string. So let's take a look at it. Pied Piper, more dogs go missing, hired by the spider. Okay, so the Pied Piper isn't the spider. Ernie Beanstalk, curds and whey, dog nappings. Dormazapan used to kill Thumb, murdered by the spider, ? Transactions. Yes, this 3 bells investment. This was the thing that connected everyone. Who is behind the 3 bells investment? So yes. Okay. Let me... Oh, that's the first time there's ever been something else in this first envelope. So there's this first... It always says begin your investigation here. And there's 2 things in it for the first time. Normally it's just this square piece of paper, which I will now read. Dear Detective, the Folklore Falls Police Department have demanded that we turn over any information we have on the escaped convict, who we know to be innocent, B.B. Wolf, and associate Polly Kettle, who they believe are working with an outside accomplice. Now, we couldn't possibly speculate as to the identity of this outside accomplice, but we have a sneaking suspicion they're working in good faith to achieve justice for their client. Therefore, we have decided to forward you... Oh, where's my phone? Oh, good, I've got my phone. Goodness knows whether I've charged it today or not, though. Therefore, we've decided to forward you the enclosed correspondence without alerting the authorities. Your client's new secure number is... And then I'm given the phone number. Call them as soon as you can. If you need any assistance, yada, yada, yada. Remember, if... Okay, yes, fine. So let's take a look at this. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? The hunt is on for escaped convict. So this is from the Folklore flyer. Fugitive BB Wolf and her companion Polly Kettle are still at large following a daring escape from a high-security prison. Folklore Falls Penitentiary Police are appealing to anyone with information on the whereabouts of the two felons and the identity of a mysterious unknown accomplice who assisted in the escape remotely. Hello. The city official leading the hunt, Chief Inspector Porky Trotter, told press, beware, these are very dangerous criminals who will spin any old yarn to win the trust of unsuspecting citizens until they are put back behind bars. Nobody in Folklore Falls is safe. There is a reward for anyone coming forward with information leading to their capture. Since the escape, a new spate of dog nappings have occurred across the entire city. It seems BB Wolf has a bee in her bonnet about the canines in the community and will stop at nothing to eliminate them from our streets. Now, one of these subplots has been that there is going to be an election in Folklore Falls. Election day, who will be mayor? Election fever is sweeping the streets as citizens of Folklore Falls vote for the future of their city following an age of austerity, poverty and corruption. It's fiction or real life. Presided by former mayor Tom Thumb. Not many were sad to see the back of Tom Thumb, but the stench of foul play surrounding his death has spread to former associate Mr. H. Dumpty, who, in a shocking turn of events, has now withdrawn his candidacy amidst plummeting poll ratings following allegations he was involved with the murder of Mayor Thumb. With Dumpty almost out of the race, can either of the remaining candidates bring prosperity to the people? City highflyer Mr. D. Whittington thinks so, with his popular Feed Our Folks campaign, promising to put an end to the food shortages, bread lines and the misery of recent years. With state-provided meals for many, might this be Whittington's meal ticket to the top? Bum bum. Unlikely, because storming ahead in the polls is local boy Pinocchio with his down-to-earth political panache. With the people clamouring for a politician they can finally trust, Pinocchio's claim that he's incapable of lying makes him a firm favourite to win. The Election Day rally is approaching fast, and it sure promises to be an explosive event. And we've also got here an advert for Folklore Falls Municipal Office, Your Business is Our Business, starting a business. Be sure to register your details to give today at, and then there is a website there that I have a feeling we may be going to later. And Matt Clemson, that is a terrible joke in the chat. I'm not even going to repeat.
At least look on the sunny side.
No! Okay, I need to... Let's give BB a call. So I'm going to... Just talk amongst yourselves now, because each month I've forgotten how to add a new contact, and each month I have to remember. So this is BB Wolf the second, or let's do the third, and the phone number. There is a method of doing this without. You could do this just online. There's a sort of a phone service that you can use online for Folklore Falls, but it's much more fun if I actually call them myself. So I am going to do that. Let's give them a call. That is the wrong number.
Good start.
Hey, kid. Good to hear from you. The heat is on in Folklore Falls, and panic pervades the streets. More must have gone missing. The election's at boiling point, and to top it all off, there's murder in the air. I sent you a photo of my detective board. Get it in front of you now, and I'll talk you through my thoughts. Okay. We know Pied Piper, a.k.a. Ed Pippet, committed the Folklore Falls dog nappings and was hired to do it by Three Bells Investments. Ed used a high-strength sedative, dormazepam, to send the dogs to dreamland. And I've recently discovered that dormazepam was the same sedative used to bump off Mayor Thumb. Now, I suspect Thumb was killed to trigger an election. And if things stay as they are, Golden Boy Pinocchio could very well be pulling the strings at City Hall before too long. I wouldn't usually figure him for a caper of this kind, but I was due to be his security for Election Day, and I was framed at Geppetto's care home. So maybe his wooden casing does house a dark heart. As you can see, though, the big spider sitting in the center of this murky web is Three Bells Investments Limited. Their name is all over my old case files, the ones seized by the pigs. They're the architects of the dog nappings. They wanted me out of the picture, and I think they killed Tom Thumb. The only problem is, we don't know who they are or what they're up to. Polly and I are lying low, with my face plastered on every wanted poster on every street lamp on every sidewalk. It's a bad time to be a lone wolf in a busy city.
Huh.
That's where you come in.
Uh-oh.
Open the envelope marked Unsolved Case Files. All the instructions you need are inside. Good luck, Detective.
Thank you very much, BB. Okay, that was a fairly nice little summary.
It's all coming back to me now, and I've been reading through my notes while listening to that, and I really remember from last time was you using a stabby pin in a paper.
Oh yes, I'd forgotten about that. That was a genius. I don't want. I was about to say something, but it's sort of a spoiler. But then, just the badge was brilliant. That's all I'll say.
It was
so good. Unsolved case files. Here we go. Oh my goodness, there is a lot in here. Right, it's basically a tree. Anything else in here? Check the rest of the envelope. Yes. Okay. Kid. Three Bells Investments were somehow connected to all three of these unsolved cases. But I was never able to pin anything on anyone, so the cases went cold. These files were seized from my office after my arrest, so they must contain important information. Now that we have them back, because we stole them last time, now that we have them back, use the evidence to see what you can find out about Three Bells Investments on the Folklore Falls company register. I want to know the president's name. When you have it, text or WhatsApp me the name.
the president's name.
Okay, and we will be able to look at, and there we'll go to the company register that was at the bottom of this flyer. So this is case number 3798, and this lovely little look at these for what do you call them, paper clips? That's it, paper clips. Look at that, those are cool. So we have case number. I see what you mean. There's lots of little bits, Matt. We're doomed. So this is a suspected homicide at Little Lamb Cottage. We've got what looks like maybe a school photo. We have here, so I'm just going to go over everything very briefly. Oh my goodness. We have here a theft from Billy Goat Gruff's scrapyard. And we have here a missing person from Folklore Falls University. There's something that's looking interesting. Examine the paper kit carefully for hidden codes. Absolutely. Right, let's have a look at this suspected homicide at Little Lamb Cottage, Fairweather Farm. Details of the incident. The body of a local wool farmer, Mary Mutton, was discovered mangled at the bottom of a well 100 yards from Little Lamb Cottage on Fairweather Farm. The coroner concluded that Mary had been collecting water from the well when she overstretched herself and fell to her death, sustaining a head injury. Mary's nephew, Cedric Bleat, hired us to investigate. He believed the death wasn't accidental. Investigation suspended on the 15th of March. Limited evidence, possible motive, a dispute over the sale of land on Fairweather Farm, pursued by a corporate entity. Mm-hmm. So there's a newspaper cutting, a diary entry, and an old school photograph of Cedric Bleat. They're special safety paper clips, are they? Mm-hmm. Mary Mutton meets miserable and murky end. Unlucky for some, Friday the 13th marked a truly tragic day for local wool producer Mary Mutton, whose lifeless body was discovered at the base of a well near her residence, Little Lamb Cottage. Mary's nephew, I thought that was her son. No, it was her nephew, I must have misread. Mary's nephew, Cedric Bleats, told reporters, Mary was a remarkable ewe who will be sorely missed. My mother, Mary's sister, that's going to be important. I just feel that's going to be important. Died when I was very young, but Mary raised me as her own little lamb, feeding me up, teaching me to knit, brushing my white as snow fleece. We went everywhere and did everything together. It is strange and such a terrible accident that would befall her. She was so careful and sure-footed. Mary had recently been embroiled in a dispute over land and outbuildings on Fairweather Farm that had been used in her family for generations. She had refused to sell her land to Three Bells Investment Limited for development, and it is not known what will happen to the land following her demise. On the back, I'm going to read this. So there's a lot of reading. I'm seeing the sheep puns come in now. Uh-oh. I'm impressed that Matt hasn't given about 4 in the chat either already. Well restrained, Matt. Good evening, Aidan. Local tycoon promises to feed our folks. Local tycoon Dick Whittington announced today his plans to tackle Folklore Fall's growing food shortage. Poverty levels have shot up during Mayor Thumb's turbulent time in office, with citizens' access to food at an all-time low. Whittington, who released a statement earlier this morning, said a city marches on its stomach, and for too long the government of Folklore Falls has neglected the needy. If our elected officials won't feed our folks, then it falls to the captains of industry to lead the way. Whittington's Feed Our Folks campaign is set to launch next month, offering his patented high-protein prime meat feed at rock-bottom prices. He believes a successful launch will lead to a number of lucrative public catering contracts later in the year. His plan, however, is expected to be met with stern opposition from Mayor Thumb. Thumb has responded from the announcement saying this is a clear attempt to buy big business to privatise our public services. City Hall will not bow to commercial pressure or jumped-up tycoons looking to boost their public image. Thumb was later murdered, of course. Meanwhile, citizens appear to back the proposal. Local postman Gingerbread Man told the Flyer, finally a public figure who likes to put the common man first. We need more men like him at the helm. I'm a firm fan of Dick Whittington and his platform. It's the line break. It's the line break. It's where it says
totally
it.
is.
It's the line break. Hamlin School.
Justified in more than one way.
That's what it says here. Hamlin School, Flash L, second-hand house ties. I feel like we're going to need to know the houses of Hamlin at some point as well. We have here a diary. So this is a diary entry of Mary Mutton. Wonderful time with her. We laughed so hard I thought my eyes would pop out of my skull. And we all knew this is how Mary sounds.
Of course.
And we all know my bleat of a laugh can shatter glass at 10 paces. What a hoot of an evening. We mustn't leave it so long next time. Anyway, to bed. The early bird catches the worm and all that. I've got to meet with that awful company again tomorrow. I'm going to put them in their place. Once and for all, or my name's not Mary Mutton. I don't know. I don't care how much they offer me. And then Thursday, 12th of February, which is the day before the murder, which was Friday the 13th. Dear Diary, the impertinence of that company secretary to come here and make those kinds of demands. Who do this company think they are? I know very well that land like mine on the outskirts of the city is at a premium right now, but I said, I don't know how many times I have to tell you Fairweather Farm is not for sale. You can shove your offer and your contract in that big beak of yours. Interesting.
Oh.
Big beak, okay. And bug off. If it wasn't for the glasses, I'd have punched him square in the face there and then. What took me most by surprise was that I actually recognised the fellow they sent here. I'm sure he was in Cedric's house at Hamlin School. The years have changed him, mind. I used to think he was such a nice boy. I remember him chirping out his bottom in the sky. Broken. Got me. I remember chirping out in a Midsummer Night's Dream. Oh dear. So sorry, everyone. They were pulling... Sorry.
Love it.
Oh, they just took me. Absolutely just like, they were pulling confetti out of his feathers for weeks. Well, he's grown up to be a nasty, horrid little pen pusher for this investment company, and he even tried to threaten me. Well, I don't scare easily, and I'm determined, more than ever, that the only way they're getting their greasy hands on my land is over my dead body. Da-da-da. Friday the 13th. Dear diary, call me paranoid. So she's already written a diary entry on the day of her death. Call me paranoid, but I have an unnerving feeling that I was being followed on my way back from town just now. A tall man with thinning hair, a hollow face, dark eyes, Matt Clemson, and a collar pulled up high seemed to follow
Not
me.
with a thinning face.
Oh, bless. Seemed to follow me all the way. And then, squiggle. Awesome. We are investigating the trouble in Folklore Falls. We are currently investigating the suspected homicide of a Mary Mutton. So we need to work out Cedric's form. We mentioned the beak, didn't we?
Yes, a beak and glasses as well.
Is there anyone else? Okay, so there's a beak but no glasses. That could be a beak as well, couldn't it?
I think that is a beak.
I think that's a beak. Beak and glasses, beak and glasses. So we're down to, there's two possible, the glasses but no beak. So one of these two is the person from the insurance company that came to visit Mary. But we need to know who. So let's go to...
Oh, yes. That's a good shout.
I'm just going to look... Right. Always look on the back as well. I'd forgotten. Hamlin School, class of 82, back row, and then the front row. So Cedric Bleat is in the front row, so I'm assuming that's front. So that's going to be Cedric Bleat here. And so, did she say that they're in the same form?
Yeah, same schoolhouse.
So therefore, out of these two, it's got to have the same tie, and it's this one that's the same. So the only one with the beak and glasses that's in the same form is this person. Mm-hmm. Do you agree based on that? Does the chat agree? I'm hoping the chat agrees.
Yep, same house tie as her nephew, as Caroline points out. Yep, absolutely.
Good. So that person is, based on the back here, Robin Redbreast. That is Robin Redbreast. Jot that down in your copybooks. Why do we need to know this person?
Good question.
I mean, it's clear that we need to know who that person is, and that's Robin Redbreast. But I don't know why we need to know it. So I think we're going to go, okay, let's put that down and let's take a look and see what the other cases have got.
He was the person who turned out to then work for Three Bells, presumably because she had to speak to him and she wanted to punch him in the face.
Yes. Robin Redbreast, he is the one who came to visit her to try and persuade her to sell the farm. Wasn't necessarily the person who pushed her down the well, but it's definitely the person who visited her to try and get to... awkward guests. All the guests that I have around here are awkward. I can't work out why. Okay, so that was... Was there a... Yes, there was a newspaper... I see what you mean, Matt, about lots of little things this year, this month. Missing
I had to be
person.
very careful to take away and put back everything after I'd finished with it. Otherwise, I would be drowning in paper.
There's been a theft at Billy Goat Gruff's scrapyard on the 2nd of June between 10:45pm and 11pm at night. A significant assortment of scrap metal, including grade 6 iron plates, was stolen by persons unknown from Billy Goat Gruff's scrapyard later the evening on June the 2nd. The crime was reported to the authorities by the superior of the scrapyard the following morning. A statement was taken from witness Old MacDonald by B.B. Wolfe on the 5th of June. So that's 3 days later. MacDonald reported that he was walking Ernie, his dog, and when he was almost knocked down by a speeding vehicle. It was dark and MacDonald was only able to take down the final 3 letters of the registration plate, which were PXF. MacDonald reported that the vehicle exhibited an unusually unique feature in having 3 headlights. No further witnesses, no evidence found at the crime scene. Billy Goat didn't pay our bill, case abandoned. Evidence file contains a business card from a vehicle hire company and FF Department for Transport internal memo. So we have Hare and Tortoise Vehicle Hire, Great name. Lovely logo. Vehicle hire. www. How on earth is hareandtortoise.com, admittedly with hyphens, but how is it available? Like, just surely all these things have been bought up already. No. So we shall go to hareandtortoise.com in a moment. Vehicles of all shapes, sizes and speeds available today. And here we have a Folklore Falls Department for Transport memo. Following recent changes in the Bureau for Records and Licensing, the Department for Transport has concluded extensive consultations with the local authorities and will be implementing a new coding system for standardising the registration of vehicle number plates in Folklore Falls. With immediate effect, all staff are required to commence implementation of the new system for all vehicle registrations advised below. So it's going to be letter, 3 numbers, 3 letters. So C2, vehicle code for 2-seater cars. 01, month of registration, which was July. ABC, unique 3-letter code for the example. And we've got different cars, different things, month codes. I'm glad that we've been told what the months of the year are between 1 and 12. That's excellent. So let's go to... I dare to answer. I dread to answer, Aidan. And what do you call a Charizard standing in this? I don't know. Hare and Tortoise. Come. Hare and Tortoise vehicle hire. We hire vehicles of all shapes and sizes, built to suit your needs and suit your speeds. Let's have a look at the About Us. Hare and Tortoise Vehicle Hire was founded by ex-racing champions Timothy Hare and Jebediah Tortoise. Retiring from their racing days, Timothy and Jebediah set out to convert their passion for cars of all shapes, sizes and speeds into a small hire business serving the good folk of Folklore Falls. For the last decade, Hare and Tortoise has put their customers in the driving seat, promising to cater for every need and helping them hit the road. So what are you waiting for? Put your pedal to the metal. Pick your motor for the moment. So, we are after a vehicle with 3 front headlights, because that is what Old MacDonald had seen. So that's only got 2 headlights. So that's got 3. No problem. New fleet of heavy-duty vans registered in February this year. So it looks like it's that then. So that is a heavy-duty van. So we can, based on this, heavy-duty van V4. So V4 is going to be the start. So it's V402, as it's registered in February. And then it's PXF for the 3 things at the end, as that is what Old MacDonald spotted. We can look at the bookings as well. We only take bookings in person to verify your license details. Please visit us in the store. But to access an old booking, or to download an existing invoice or sales receipt, please complete the form below with the hire details. Well, we know when this was. We know that on the 2nd of June, that there was... We now know what the vehicle license plate was. V402PXF. That was a vehicle license plate. 3 Bells Investment. There we go. A Citroen 2CV can be practical.
I will have you know that they were designed to drive across muddy fields, carry a basket of eggs without breaking any, and to carry a full-size pig.
Isn't that a St. Bernard?
What, St. Bernard carries a full-size pig?
Generally, yes. Can't fit something in that barrel.
Were they really? I can't tell if you're pulling my leg here.
No, and the third one that I've remembered was a man in a top hat had to be able to sit in it without removing his hat.
That's why they're quite tall.
Yes, so we did in my very crazy past career, we did a promotional video where we had to get a TCV, a man in a top hat, a basket of eggs, a muddy field, and an acting pig, which was no mean feat. And we had to go to this field. Acting pig. It was an acting pig, yes. And
what was its range of talents?
Oh, it grunted, it oinked, it trotted, it
could have got Matt Clemson
stuff.
Yeah, you know I can ham things up.
Oh dear! Yeah, and that's exactly.
So we had a great day. We had a great day out, making the car sort of driving it over bumpy land, making the car wobbled so we could see the eggs moving, putting the pig in the car, getting the man to get in the car. It's one of those surreal days that you never forget. It was great.
So this is the invoice bringing us back to the case.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Invoice V187, hire of heavy duty vehicle for the purpose of collection and storage of company goods. There was damage to front bumper and missing a wheel trim, for which they were dinged 75 FFs. And it was approved by Jebediah Tortoise. And we've got an address. Is there anything down here? So okay, so we've got. They hired it for one day. We've got a company tax reference. That's what we need it for, because what we're trying to do. We're trying to pin down this mysterious 3 Bells investment, so we're going to need their tax reference. Let's take a look at the... yeah, you're right, I've already lost the piece of paper that I'm after. Oh no, here we are. Let's go to the company registration site, because that might tell us what details we need to be looking out for. folklorefalls.co.uk. There's company register. Okay, Folklore Falls Municipal Office is an executive agency sponsored by the Department for Business and Industrial Strategy. All businesses are required to incorporate through Folklore Falls Company Register. We register and maintain company statutory records. To access full company filings and shareholder reports, here we go. Enter the company name, company address, company tax number, and company officer's name, director, trustee, or company secretary. Okay, so we know the company name. It's what is it?
3 Bells.
Is it just 3 Bells or 3 Bells Limited?
Oh, I don't know that.
It'll be on this invoice. 3 Bells Investments Limited.
Investments. There we go.
Easy, he says, and then immediately doesn't know it. So we now have here a company tax reference, which I'm hoping I can copy and paste in. Job's a good un. So company building and company officer's name. So in that previous case where we were dealing with Mary Mutton, did we find something out about...
I would be surprised if we referred back to previous envelope, previous information. It's always always in contained.
Sorry, I meant the case of Mary Mutton and the
sorry,
and the well. So we found out that Robin Redbreast. I'm going to put Robin Redbreast in as the company officer because I reckon he might be the secretary or something like that. Caroline says maybe the name. Yeah, absolutely. So I don't quite know what. Hang on, maybe it says in the diary what he was, whether he was a secretary or something like that. Just having a quick read. Yes, the impertinence of that company secretary. The impertinence of that company secretary to come here and make those kinds of demands. So he was the company secretary. So that is 2 of the 3 pieces of information that we need. So we now need the company building. And something about this next case should hopefully give that to us. This is case 1453. The crime is a missing person from Folklore Falls University. Company building means address. 17th of January, time of crime between 12:30 and 2:30 p.m. Dr. Arnold Foster, a specialist in mechanised physics at Folklore Falls University, went missing on the 17th of January. His colleague, Dr. Fell, alerted authorities after he failed to show up for a lunch meeting. Dr. Foster's wife, Harriet, later contacted BB Wolf PI to investigate. A journalist at the Folklore Flyer reported having a phone call with Dr. Foster at 12:15 on the day of his disappearance. Need to call for a full statement, and then we're given a phone number. Dr. Foster couldn't be traced as he didn't have a mobile phone on him, later found deaded. Coroner determined accidental death. So we've got a few things. We've got a newspaper cutting, a tram ticket, a diary planner, and some blueprints. And then there's a question underneath here. Where did he meet 3 Bells Investments, which is going to be, I assume, their company building.
Yes.
So let's give that phone number a call. Talk amongst yourselves.
I've just shared a link to a page. Yep, exactly that, Aidan. It's the
Oh, about the citron.
yeah. They say a 50-litre barrel of wine, which I presume is the same size as a pig and therefore can be interchangeable.
That's basically one evening serving, right?
Both of which can be enjoyed. But yes.
I haven't even got to my phone yet. How do I dial a phone number? Okay, here we go. Technology, eh? Oh, I love that sound.
I wondered when someone would follow up on this. You calling about Dr. Foster? Well, he called me just after midday from a payphone. We spoke for about 10 minutes. He was mighty nervous. At first I thought he might have been drinking. He said he had something huge to expose. Said he'd been designing something for
I see.
an investment company, but that he wanted out, now that he knew the truth. He was meeting with them right across the road after our call. We arranged to catch up the following morning, but he never showed. Well, that's all I know.
Well, he had something big to expose, did he? Did he now? Okay.
Did you take down his particulars?
Aqua. So we have here. We've got here a tram ticket which has two numbers crossed off, 16 and 17. So I assume that's.
I think that's the month. January the 17th.
Oh, sorry. No, you're quite right. Yes. Yes, you're quite right. 17th. Yes, because 16's over here. So yes.
Yeah.
Good work, detective. January the 17th. Station, Puddle Lane, time 10:46, fare. I remember when it was 20. That's a ridiculously high fare. 60 cents. Wouldn't pay that. Anyway. Dr. Foster razzled, says report. Dr. Foster, who was found drowned in a puddle in the early hours of Friday morning, appears to have been drunk at the time of his death. Following an autopsy at the coroner's office, Chief of Police Chris P. Bacon has confirmed that the university professor's untimely demise was the result of an accidental drowning brought about by Dr. Foster's inebriation. The university head of mechanised physics said, "It's a great shame to hear that Arnold's death was the result of his overindulgence with the bottle. We were unaware he had a drinking problem, and our thoughts go out to his family and his students." His wife, Harriet, has questioned the validity of the report, stating that he never touched the stuff. Either someone got him drunk that day, or there's skullduggery afoot at the coroner's office. The latter seems unlikely, and it would appear that Arnold has kept his severe drinking a secret from those closest to him. And then thumbs down for big business. Folklore Falls' biggest business leaders, you try saying that, are fuming over the recent actions taken by Mayor Tom Thumb to curb industry, control public finances and block progress. Many accuse Thumb of manipulating the market for his own ends and acquiring excessive powers of his office. One business owner said, "What we are seeing is a willful power grab, a demonstration of who is the boss in this city. Thumb is seizing finances, blocking proposals, rejecting applications and stonewalling major projects in order to maintain a dangerous and unwarranted level of control over the city. It is criminal. For a small man, he's got a lot of enemies, and they're growing in numbers by the day. No wonder he was murdered." Meanwhile, poverty in the city has reached record high levels due to rising inflation and significant food shortages. The combination has created a perfect storm for the hungry folk of Folklore Falls, many who voted for Thumb are starting to regret their decision. Local cobbler Marjorie Foote said he promised such a bright future, but now he's in office, he's behaving just like the rest of them, taking what he can and giving nothing back. Feed our folks, prime meat feed, made with the finest quality produce. Nutritious food keeps the wolf from the door.
Ooh.
January the 17th, we have here a schedule. I mean, who starts their day anywhere near 6 o'clock? Come on.
Never.
It does say mark student assignments in blue, crossed off in red. Then between 10 and 12, coffee with student, 11 till 12:15, that's fine. And then in red, remember change for payphone. Call Folklore flyer reporter at 12:15. Meeting at the Three Bells offices at 12:30, 2:30 lunch with Dr. Fell, and then dinner with Harriet at 7:45. Don't be late. Little did he know that he would be. On the next day, pack bags, meet with reporter, pick up Harriet and kids, travel to Malcolm's.
Aww.
I hope
And he
Malcolm was
never got
expecting
there.
them. No.
Awful state of affairs. So wherever this phone box was where the is opposite the offices, I guess.
And then we've got this. What the heck is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 of those. We've got 5 sort of squarey things. We have different symbols in the middle here. We've got different symbols along here. Am I going to have to cut these out? Yes, I think I am. Because that width, there is a very faint line that just goes down here that you can just see, and there's one there and there's one there. So I think we're going to somehow put 4 here and or here, and it'll do something. Probably. There is something on the back, however. Dr. Fell, I've discovered the sinister truth. I can't carry on working for them. I've designed a flaw in this system. Keep this in the system. Keep this safe. You might need it later if anything were to happen to me. Follow the fold. Arnold. Well, I mean, that's the fold. Follow the fold. Also, you get a fold of sheep. Or you do a flock of sheep, a fold of sheep. So what do we need to do? We need to find this address, which is where he had this meeting with the student. Opposite, yes?
Yes, it was opposite wherever he met the student. It was opposite the Three Bells office.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, you could say... Oh, follow the...
Mm-hmm.
You could definitely see follow the... And then it says circuit underneath.
Mm-hmm.
And then emergency, shutdown.
Yep.
And what haven't I used? Follow... So it's just this that we haven't used then. Oh, no.
And the one to the left.
Sorry, no, just this one. No, that one's part of emergency.
I'm wondering if you've actually cracked it without having to cut it out, because
Surely not. That's... No, they wouldn't do that, surely?
you have used the one to the right. It was emergency.
Yes, I've used that one.
Yeah,
This
just not
one,
that one.
STKLNA. What is that about? I think something extra will be going on.
Okay, let's do it.
Well, do
Yes.
what?
To whoever said, will we be using scissors in this episode? I think we're about to get our answer. Uh-oh.
Such a good...
Ambulance on speed dial, please, chat. I'm scared too, Zadster.
Not actually cutting anything, I'm just doing this. Just because it's fun. So... Follow the fold. But okay, so even if we put that and then it says circuit underneath and then emergency shutdown. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And what are these all about? There's one underneath each column, I do note. So that's going to be useful. And this is different, this is different, this is different, this is different. That implies a one-way flow. But I can't remember with what. That just stops.
We've had a wait from Meredith in the chat. I'm waiting to see what the wait is for. Matt, did you cut yours up?
Did I cut mine up? I certainly did not use any scissors at this point of the investigation.
Okay.
Okay, interesting. Follow the fold.
Yeah, fold before cutting. We've had a suggestion of fold along the
and then
same
cut it all
lines.
out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that maps onto that onto that onto that. We've got all
What
the...
do you think you're trying to get at the moment?
That is a wonderful question.
Question.
Um,
Well, I can see a path almost running one from each of those dots on the left, kind of. Do we have
Right.
to follow the path for any reason?
talk me through it.
No idea. I just, I can see those dots in the squares, the ones that sort of look like dice, and sort of
Yeah.
paths go in and out near them. So I was wondering whether maybe we.
That's true. Aside from that one, but yeah, but that's very,
Yeah.
very true.
But that's as far as I've got with that. Concertina fold, Aqua says possibly. Oh, that might work. A concertina fold. But then what are those symbols?
Because we've got this, and this. I feel like we've missed something with this schedule.
Yeah. So it says we did have some instructions.
We did. It was from the call. It was from the call,
Yes.
and I've already forgotten what it said.
Same here. Matt. Monsieur is at
I just muted myself
Aha.
rather than unmuting myself. Think about what your overall goal is at this moment.
But at this moment, we've also got this tram thing that I should point out. Ooh, is it some form of tram diagram? We want to find out where he was. Maybe we need a phone number.
I mean, that's the shutdown.
Emergency shutdown.
I think there's something you usually do and you haven't done.
UV torch.
Didn't turn this over. Tram. To discover things to do in Zone 1, please use our online map. folklorefalls.co.uk/tram zone 1. Should have turned it over. And we've got these prices. So it's a fare of 60. So we know he went 2 stops. 2 stops. Okay. I am a Muppetto. Okay, right. Let's have a look at this website then. Folklore Falls. UK/tram, that's zone 1. Okay. So we've got a few things here. We've got a little bit blurry, but Dragon Heights, Time Towers, I think. The Sinbad, the Guildhall, King Cole Plaza, Puddle Lane, Clock Street, Gloucester Avenue, Rainy Meadows, Little Jack Corner, love it, that's good, and Puddle Lane. So we know, well, there's a payphone here and here and here, and we know that the payphone was opposite wherever they were having food or coffee. So we're after a coffee shop that is opposite a payphone. Could be that one.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no payphone opposite here.
Isn't that one just below your curse?
Shush.
Well, I should.
It's a perfect response to that, yeah. There is definitely not one here, though. Here, there's a phone but no coffee. Phone but no coffee. Not quite. That one might be. At the moment, that one's feeling like. Are we sure it's not coffee in a restaurant? It says coffee with student on this schedule. It says coffee with student. So I'm pretty sure that it was a coffee shop rather than a restaurant. Now, we know he went 2 stops. Does that mean... What does that mean? Does that mean... I think I might have to play the phone call again.
Go for it.
Let's play that phone call again.
I wondered when someone would follow up on this. You calling about Dr. Foster? Well, he called me just after midday from a payphone. We spoke for about 10 minutes. He was mighty nervous. At first I thought he might have been drinking. He said he had something huge to expose. Said he'd been designing something for an investment company, but that he wanted out, now that he knew the truth. He was meeting with them right across the road after our call. We arranged to catch up the following morning, but he never showed. Well, that's all I know.
Okay, so he was calling from a payphone. Gosh, I've forgotten it already, but they weren't together. He was calling from a payphone.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I think that it was opposite a coffee shop? Why do I think that? A journalist at the Folklore Flyer reported having a phone call with Dr. Foster at 12:15 on the day of the disappearance. Good, so that's that we've just talked about. Was there anything in the newspaper article?
It was opposite the offices of Three Bells. So, and in his diary, it said he was going to the payphone as well, didn't it? So, is there an office? Yeah, offices are on there on the map, aren't they? So.
Yes. Oh, that's true. So we need a payphone that is next to some offices.
Yeah. So it was across the road from the offices of Three Bells. Thank you, Awesome Pawsome. Yeah. So
that could be. So it could be there, the Sinbad. It could be there, King Cole Plaza.
Yeah, I think that's one of those two. And something about 2 stops as well. So 2 stops away from what was it, the coffee shop or something?
Ah, right, okay, yes. So he had coffee with his student, and then he took the tram 2 stops.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying.
Coffee, then... So a coffee place that has 2 stops after it, which then leads us to a payphone after a...
You might want to look more closely at the tram ticket.
So it said January the 17th. Station... Oh, Puddle Lane. So that means he got on at Puddle Lane and went 2 stops.
Aha.
So 1, 2, 1, 2. But that one doesn't have any offices next to it, so it isn't that.
Yeah,
there we go. So 1, 2, no offices next to there. 1, 2 could be there, I guess, but 1, 2, there's offices there.
But no payphone opposite.
So we're saying it's this one, King Cole Plaza, I think. Awesome says the Plaza.
Yeah. We've had a couple of Plaza votes, so yes.
Let's go with King Cole Plaza then, in here, in the company building, King Cole Plaza. Mm-hmm. Well, we're in.
Yay! Thank you, everyone.
In. I'm still confused by that last one, but I'm going to just ignore it and remember that we've yet to use whatever this blueprint is. Company type, private limited company, nature of business, investment portfolio, recent filings, Three Bells company statement. We'll take a look at that in a second. Previous filings, company accounts made on 15th of July, notification of Robin Redbreast as a secretary on the 2nd of January, confirmation statement made on 21st December with no updates. Okay, all right. So, oh my goodness, we've got 6 pages of stuff here. Three Bells Investment Limited company statement filed in accordance with Folklore Falls Municipal Office by Robin Redbreast, company secretary. What are we actually trying to do here? We want to know the president's name. B wants to know what the president's name is, so maybe it's somewhere in here. Maybe at the end of this presidential statement. It's perfect timing, can I just say?
Well done, yes.
So, presidential statement. Dear shareholders, a city marches on its stomach, and for too long the government of Folklore Falls has neglected the needy, causing this great metropolis of ours to stagnate and fester. If our elected officials won't feed our folks, then it falls to the captains of industry to lead the way. It brings me great pleasure to inform the board and our shareholders that the final phases of Operation Dinner Plate are close to completion. As such, the Feed Our Folks campaign will begin in earnest next quarter. The untimely death of Dr. Arnold Foster, a specialist in mechanised physics who was consulting for us, came with a few setbacks, but such was his commitment to the project that he left all his research to the company to finish what he started. After some initial pushback from the landowners of Fairweather Farm, we were able to negotiate a settlement that was well received by all parties, and in June we acquired the grade 6 iron plates required for our machinery. All in all, a highly productive year. In our last update, concerns were raised around Mayor Thumb's rejection of our proposals, but I'm pleased to announce that our little problem has been overcome, and I'm optimistic that the new mayor will be in full support of my ideas. We are already in discussion with the Department of Social Affairs to take over the lucrative catering contracts of Folklore Falls Penitentiary, Hamlin School and all City Hall canteens. We expect the hospital and care home to follow suit. Before the next financial year is out, I fully expect to see our Feed Our Folks prime meat feed stocked in every public institution and corner shop in this fine city. The potential market size reaches into the tens of millions, and the tax breaks for such a social enterprise will ensure the vast majority of profits will find their way back into your pockets. I would like to close this summary with a thank you. When I first arrived in Folklore Falls, I had nothing to my name but my faithful pet cat. Now I'm a proud captain of industry and a leading political figure. Without your unwavering support, none of this will be possible, and I look forward to repaying that support over the next few years. Yours, D. Whittington.
What was that thing they were going to stock? Feed Our Folks prime meat feed. That's a mouthful.
Prime meat feed.
What a mouthful.
What a mouthful. Hey!
Thank you. I don't do puns as well as everyone else.
Dick Whittington is who I need to message with B, and actually just the continuous use of the phrase captains of industry was strong enough. I think I knew where it was going even when I read it the first time. Yeah. So that was good. Feed Our Folks prime meat feed made with the finest quality produce. Our process: we take one cut of prime Folklore Falls reared meat from local farmers. Using our patented formula developed by some of Folklore Falls' leading mechanized physicists, we reconstitute the meat proteins at our Fairweather Farm factory into multiple cans of our Feed Our Folks prime meat feed. The end product is high in protein with an extra long shelf life, perfect for a growing city. Added vitamins make it particularly suitable for schools, hospitals and care homes. And we have here some yearly figures. As always, our financial activities have been split across numerous ventures. All profits have been reinvested into the Fairweather Farm factory for Operation Dinner Plate. And if our growth targets are met, all shareholders can expect a significant dividend payment at the end of the next year. 39% Dinner Plate, 4 and 20 Blackbirds Catering. Oh, that's a good name. Pied Piper Pest Control, Sleeping Beauty B&B, Anti-Canine League and Hamlin's School. Right, let's tell B about everything. So, it is Dick Whittington. No.
I'm enjoying chat's deductions here.
If you're interested, it wanted me to send Doc Whittington because of my phone's also correct.
That was Doc Foster.
Dick, that rotten scoundrel. It's what it says here. That rotten scoundrel. So he's the spider, eh? And he's also running for mayor. I knew this was all connected. I need to read that company statement. Find the reference number for the document and send it to me. I'll access it from here. It is at the bottom of each page, actually. So if you look at the bottom, there we are. FFCR 286. FFCR 286. Go on, have a speed read it, BB. Speed read it. There you go. Nice work, detective. Looks like Dick has some pretty dastardly plans for Folklore Falls. Let's catch up on my radio here. Tune into this frequency. Okie doke. Folklore Falls. Oh no, it's bbwolf.co.uk/radio. And we're going to tune into BW745. You'll need Twitch for this, Helen.
I shall. What was the code number again? Sorry.
BW745.
I can do it on this version. Sorry, 745.
BW745.
I am there.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to press play. 1 minute 56. Now.
Well, kid, this company statement makes for some pretty interesting bedtime reading. I don't like the sound of this Feed Our Folks campaign one bit. Gives me the heebie-jeebies. I'm starting to get a sinking feeling about those pups. We need to find them, and fast. There's a lot of mention of Fairweather Farms in that document, so I'm on my way there now. Maybe that's where Dick's holding the dogs. I'm gonna take a look and see what I can find. Stay with me. I might need your help.
Staying with you.
The doors are chained up. I figure I can cut my way through. I'm already wanted for dog napping and fleeing from prison. Guess a little breaking and entering won't make things worse. The place seems deserted. I can't see a thing. Oh, there's definitely some sort of machine in here, though. Hey, did you hear that?
No!
It sounded like a pup. Curds? Way? Ernie? Oh, if only I could find a light switch. Aha! Okay, kid, we have a problem. I turned on the lights, but I also turned on this machine. It's some sort of meat processor. It's connected to a wall of cages, and the dogs are inside. I guess we know how he plans to feed our folks. Look, we gotta shut this thing down. I don't know how long we got before the mutts become mincemeat. There's a control panel over here. It looks like you can access it remotely. I'll send you the details, see what you can do. These dogs, and heck, this old dog, are depending on you.
I mean, if we go off and have a coffee now.
I tell you what, we've saved the world in the past, but this is more important.
Yeah.
Save the dogs. See if you can activate the emergency shutdown remotely. You should try the company website shown on the control panel. What control panel? This control panel?
Yeah.
It says emergency shutdown there. Better be quick. I don't know how long we have before the mutts become mincemeat. Okay. But there's feedourfolks.com. Oh my goodness.
Sorry.
Feed
I
our
didn't know you were
folks.
struggling.
No, yeah, absolutely, but absolutely. Feedourfolks.com. Okay, so we're going to here. Eventually. Load quicker! Feedourfolks.com. Ooh. Come on. Well, this is exciting. There we go. Feed our folks. Prime meat feed. Nutritious food that keeps the wolf from the door. Okay, click on the can. We take 1 cut of prime Folklore Falls rear meat from our farmers using painted formula. Yep. The end product is high in protein. Let's factory floor start only. We need an access code. So we have emergency shutdown, which matches... obviously it matches this, and this. But how does that relate to a code? Okay. So follow the fold. I do note that at this these are very much sort of grindy, sorry, bladey things at the end. So this is the sort of the conveyor belt. Maybe is there going to be anything? If we take a look at. So this looks like I've just spotted. Can I just say all these boxes which just say dogs on them? I think the puppies are doomed, says Matt Clepson. How ye little faith. Absolutely right. I'm a cat person anyway. So yeah, unless is it going to be something on the back of these? Should I get my scissors out? The best thing about getting my scissors out earlier and playing with them is that I've put them down. I don't know where I've put them.
Excellent. They will be under something. Yeah, follow the fold, and we've got follow the circuit. I mean, it's definitely a circuit pattern, and I
Yeah.
feel like there's a path to be had. So in the middle, we've got minus, times, plus, and another minus. Is it like,
Oh yes, those could be mathematical symbols. You're absolutely right.
yeah, because that would give us a number code.
Okay, yes. So it's sort of the 3 minus whatever or something like that. Fold.
I mean, everyone's shouting fold in the
yes,
chat.
it's absolutely. I don't even need to fold it. If I just cover that up, we're going to get.
Oh, look at that!
We're going to get numbers. So that is 6355, or 6352. And here we're going to get sort of 3353.
I know what you have to do.
And
then.
here we've got.
So you have 4. Yeah, you have 4. What's the word? 4 pairs of numbers. So you need to recreate something.
I need to
recreate something you've seen using that.
Yes. We need to make the emergency shutdown.
Yeah.
So what we saw here, we need to recreate emergency shutdown. So we need to fold out these bits.
Yes.
So that's good.
We're safe from the scissors for a little longer.
I mean, the dogs aren't, but there we go. Look at that.
Ooh, very neat.
I'm trying. I'm not, as I was told in my primary school, I'm not very good with my hands.
I mean, you're not very good with pins, but your hands, I think, are fine.
I'm not very good with my hands at all. You need to. Let's do it in 2 because it'll be better. So we'll just do that, and then fold you over to here. There we go. And then your bit with the mathematical symbols comes into play. 8 minus 7 is 1, 3 times 2 is 6, 5 plus 4 is 9, 9 minus 6 is 3, so we're after 1, 6, 9, 3. Let's try 1, 6, 9, 3.
Let's try it.
For the doggos. Nothing's happening.
I'm sure it would say if it was wrong.
It's currently loading, but then it was very slow to load, so I'm going to give it a few seconds.
Oh, the tension is unbearable. Yay!
Oh, no! Canning machine active, slicers active, mincers active, conveyor belts active. I'm getting a whiff of Wallace and Gromit about this, and I'm loving it.
Oh, look at the top left.
I know. Oh no!
Oh, God. Quick.
Okay. Shut down. Can I click? There was a problem with your submission. Please review the fields below. At least one field must be filled. Oh.
Oh. I don't think that's intended to be blank.
What do you mean?
You might want to just F5.
Oh.
Oh, possibly not then. Okay.
No, I've not clicked anything yet, so...
Yeah.
So you have to fill in a pattern.
I think it got confused with you not having anything clicked.
So does this use those dots, the other dots that we... on that diagram that the dice type?
There are 4 dots there.
Yeah.
So sort of 8, 7, 9 and 6. So, I mean, that would be 8 and that would be 7, that would be 9 and that would be 6, maybe? Like if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9?
Be? I was thinking more of the ones in the middle of the folds, because didn't we have another... So emergency...
Yes, we did. There's 5 different ones. Oh, okay.
So can you fold it the other way to follow the circuit? Or folds...
So what would it say? just circuit, wouldn't it? Yeah, follow the. So we have, and then, oh, there's all the folds.
Here's one we made earlier, folks.
Don't look at the dying dogs. Don't. It's fine. They'll be fine. They're just going to a different room.
Just in a queue, and they're in a holding pattern.
They're going to a better place.
They're going to a smaller can-shaped room. So if we get circuit, sorry, getting there.
Okay.
It's the dogs. They're making me panic.
Yeah. Don't lose your head now.
Yeah, I'm on. So.
I'll actually make.
And I can't
we can.
actually fold this one over because it's the piece of paper is now too long. Oh, there we go. Follow the circuit.
Okay.
Follow the circuit.
Right. So is that how many? So we've got 4 stages. We've got canning, slicers, mincers, and conveyor belts. Oh, look, there's those symbols as well.
Oh, there is. They're there. So we know we're doing the right thing.
So that was a clue. Excellent. Oh. Well,
So each one has one of these. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So
Yeah,
we're going to
so we
start
have to-
with this one.
So the canning machine shut down using that pattern. Oh, this is a genius puzzle.
So 1, 2, 3, based on that first one, shut down. Please be correct. The tension whilst it loads.
We'll find out in 10 minutes.
It hasn't reloaded yet.
Okay. Well, we can work on the next one, maybe.
It's still spinning. Well, the next one should be this one. Because we're sort of following it round. It's still loading. Good. We've shut that down. Good.
Excellent.
So that one. That one. Ah, good. It's there. I can hear a yapping dog from downstairs. That's from downstairs.
That's immersive theatre for you, isn't it?
There's the third one, and here is the fourth.
All right, we're on it, people.
Ooh. Okay. Good. Good. Emergency shutdown complete. And we have...
I won't get the link for that, so I'll do that on Twitch.
No, you won't, so you will have to go on Twitch. That was... Yes, that's a lovely use of folding, can I just say. I really like that one. All right, you ready?
I am indeed.
Well done, kid. You did it. You saved the pups. Well, most of them. At least Curds and Whey are alive, and they're our pay packet. Messy Muffet'll be thrilled. To honor those who didn't make it, we need to get the word out there and expose Dick's plans. First, I gotta find the keys to the rest of these cages. There's an office overlooking the factory floor. Let me take a look in there. Ah, bingo. These'll do. Hey, wait a second. What is this? It's a victory speech. For Dick? Oh my God, I can't believe what I am reading. Surely not. He's planning to kill Pinocchio with a bomb. So that's his plan, of course. He killed Mayor Thumb because he was blocking his proposal, and then he framed me for the dog nappings because he knew I was due to protect Pinocchio on election day. Not to mention my old case files were concrete evidence of all his wrongdoings. Oh, this web was much larger than I thought. I gotta patch in Polly. We need to act fast. Polly, listen up. Dick Whittington is planning to set off a bomb at today's election rally. He wants to eliminate Pinocchio and use the resulting chaos to seize power. We need you to intercept and disarm that bomb.
No problem, B. Looks like my days in the Women's Auxiliary Force will finally come into play.
That's the spirit. Get yourself to the wishing well in Fable Square and await further instructions. In the meantime, kid, open my security pack. No doubt the contents will help us get to the bomb. When you've had a look through and you're ready to work, WhatsApp or SMS Polly, tally ho. I'll send you a picture of Dick's speech. Might come in handy.
I'm just such a child. I'm so sorry. This is the speech I found on Dick's desk. We need to stop his plot to assassinate Pinocchio before it's too late. Open the election security pack I sent you. When you're ready to proceed, text Polly, tally-ho, on that number. I speak to you now. A rip in the very fabric of our democracy smouldering to my left. This explosion was an attack on our freedom, and before the sun sets behind me, I will make things right. With Pinocchio's cruel assassination, I remain the sole mayoral candidate, and with a heavy heart, I agree to take on control of Folklore Falls. In recent times, City Hall has been more crooked than the old yew which stands to my right. This is all very important direction stuff. I hope you're writing this down, Helen.
Nope.
Or at least making a note of it. But rest assured, I will restore honour and decency to the office of mayor. At such an auspicious time as this, I'm reminded of my childhood, when I was just a lad. ... So, pop goes the weasel for all your incendiary needs. That is such a good name. To D. Whittington, King Cole Towers. Ship to Ed Pippet, you notice? Ed Pippet there. Remote detonation device number 456. Discreet delivery. It's always worth it to pay for discreet delivery on explosives, I think.
Oh, yes, definitely.
It's amazing how many professional companies there are with illicit trades. We've got a fixer. We've got a bomb manufacturer.
Let's take a look at what's inside the pack. Okay. We have here Guarding Gnomes Security. Those are the teams of the Guarding Gnomes. Cheery, grouchy, blushy, drowsy, silly and coffee. We have here a map of the speech arena place of... We've got a map.
We have a map.
Before I do that, what's on the back of each of these? Nothing on the back of that. Nothing on the back of that. Top secret Guarding Gnomes Security. Oh, this is where they're all going to be stationed. Nothing on the back of that. Guarding Gnome Security. If you need to mobilise the Guarding Gnome Security team at any point during the election rally, simply text one of the following emergency codes to our secure number. And then it means a different thing for each of them. Oh my goodness. Nothing on the back. We have here a letter from Pinocchio. Getting elected to public office is not the work of one person. It is the cumulative effort of a team of dedicated, hard-working and passionate believers. For becoming a part of that team, I extend to you my heartfelt thanks. As sure as the sun is sets in the west, together we'll serve the city the best. Dear Miss Wolf, thank you for accepting our offer. Pinocchio was adamant that you be a part of the team. In his words, you are the last vestige of honour and decency among Folklore Falls crime fighters. It's a privilege to have you on board. You'll be expected at the security briefing at 0900 hours. To enter City Hall, you'll need to work out the 4-letter access code. Everything you require in order to do so is contained within this pack. Consider this your first assignment. No doubt an old pro like yourself will work it out. Below is the order of the day and enclosed is a map of the grounds. Information regarding Gnome security, your ID card and card holder, and a pair of standard issue protective eyewear.
I'd just like to say I'm slightly disappointed it's not Gnome Land Security.
Oh, that would have been excellent. You
Order of the day. Read carefully. Units arrive 8:30. Security briefing 9. 11 is 11. Good. Inspect podiums 12. Dick's speech 12:30. Our speech 12:45. Networking 1300. Microphones off 13:30. Audience cleared 30:45. Polls open 1400. It does say read carefully. Read carefully.
Okay.
Trust me, read it carefully, that last bit. You are also cordially invited to join the entire election team for the post-election party to watch the votes come in at Geppetto's Geriatrics Care Home for the Elderly. Mr. Cricket, campaign manager. Nothing on the back of that one. And the reason I'm saying that, look at the first letters.
Uh-huh.
Use ID on map. Interesting. So, what is the ID? It's this. Wolf B. Personal security to Pinocchio, full access election day rally temp. Is there anything on the back of it?
Whoa.
Be sure to read the order of the day from top to bottom.
Which you did.
Which we did. And then it says use ID on map.
Okay. So you should do what it says.
I should. But before I do that, a red filter.
Fairly disappointing pair of 3D glasses.
But I look fabulous in them regardless.
Oh, yes. Fashionista there.
I mean, you think you do, but it's only rose-tinted spectacles.
Oh.
Okay.
Mad.
So put that on map. Good. Good. Well done. Use...
Oh, it's shape. Amazing.
Sorry?
It's the shape of
Oh,
the
it is! I
idea.
hadn't spotted that. I just...
Sorry, I thought you
No,
had, and that's why you
no.
put it there.
And it's that as well. It's good. Yo, it's really good. Oh,
This is so cool.
and now it says along the top there OITO, which I assume is the 4-letter code OITO. So that's the code to get us into the.
Sorry, that was a bit of.
No, that was really good. We haven't texted Tally Ho yet. Could try it on backstage as well. But I think, given that is the same shape, it's got to go there. I feel like that's OITO. You're all looking rather red. Are you okay?
Yeah, just a bit embarrassed to be so
Flush
smart.
success.
Ooh.
See, I'll be able to do it for you. So
That's amazing.
and then it tries to auto compensate. Okay, fine.
There's the calculator.
The Detective ID Virtual Boy Edition.
So, next up, talk amongst yourself whilst I add another contact to my phone. Polly. I'm going to call her Esther. Polly. Esther. Anyway, and phone.
She has a surname.
I know, but that's what I'm going to call her, and I couldn't find her surname in the 3 seconds I needed it. So I thought I would do that. Okay. Let's... I can't call her. Let's send her a message. Tally ho. Whoop. Oh, yeah. That's why I prefer that one. This is Polly. Good to hear from you, Detective. We need to know which podium Pinocchio will be delivering his speech from, because the bomb will most likely be under there. When you know which podium, WhatsApp or SMS me. Okay. So in his speech, there's a few things that that Dick Whittington says. He says, I speak to you now, ripping the very fabric of our democracy, smouldering to my left. This explosion was an attack on our freedom, and before the sun sets behind me.
Sets in the west. Okay.
And we know, so that way is north, so therefore that way is west. So he's going to be at podium 4 or 5. He can't be at 5.
So the sunset is behind him. Is that right? So
Yes, but
facing-
you'd be standing here. So so the sun sets over. Oh, west.
West.
It's a good thing it's because I haven't done a sunset of the day in so long. That's what.
Oh, we do miss them.
I miss it. I'm getting rickets already from lack of vitamin D. Well, I don't think you get rickets from lack of vitamin D, but whatever, you know.
But we'll let you off.
It's close enough. Okay, so he's at 1 or 2. Which means Pinocchio is at 2 or 3 because he's on his left. With Pinocchio's cruel assassination, I remain the sole mayoral candidate. In recent times, City Hall has been more crooked than the old yew which stands to my right. So I'm assuming that is a tree.
A tree, a U, Y-E-W. Okay, yeah.
A me. So
Or-
he's going to be at number 2, which means Pinocchio is at number 3.
Right.
I do need to get some multivitamins, Annika, actually, but I will be getting some ultra strength vitamin D because, oh my goodness, yes. So I think, does everyone agree that Pinocchio is at number 3?
That seems to tally with me.
Okay. Let's message that to Polly.
I mean, you could just go 1 to 6 and see what she says to each one.
Well, it's not even that; it's 1 to 5. So yeah, but I think she'd get grumpy. Top work, detective. I'll sneak over to the security entrance and make my way to podium 3. I'll need the access code to City Hall to get in, though. When you work it out, WhatsApp or SMS me. Well, we think we've already got it. OITO, I think, because those were the 4 letters above the top of City Hall. And this is where she goes, no, it isn't, you fool. No dice, detective. The keypad is just beeping at me aggressively. I don't want to draw too much attention to myself, so let's get this code worked out pronto, eh? It's funny. All the security guards I see keep using their ID for something. See if the shape matches anything. Yes, it does. It matches this.
So what is the words underneath that before you put the pass on it? What are is it words or?
So it says, be sure to read the order of the day from top to bottom. So it's a City Hall here to start off with. You put this over.
It says City Hall, but we've got some O's in it.
Well, the O's are these 2 little circles on either side.
Oh. Okay.
O-it-O.
And we know it's a 4-letter code, is that?
Yes, from Pinocchio's thing. You'll need to work out the 4-letter access code. And then it says, be sure to read the order of the day from top to bottom. So yeah, we did that. But let's just quickly go back to here, just in case there's something on the front of this. Eva Hold okay, I think that's just the brand of this. Putting you back in here very quickly.
Okay, so the consensus is that they're not letter O's. So I mean, we've got
it.
It. I mean, we've been given a pair of very snazzy glasses, so I don't know whether maybe we need to incorporate those as well, or is that for something else?
Well, this is generally the easiest way because now you all get to see what I would see. So that's what it looks like in colour, and now this is what it looks like in red.
Not clear at first, but doesn't seem to be any change to it. It'd be obvious if there was red stuff on there. So there's a lot of...
This is worrying me. Be sure to read the order of the day from top to bottom, and then you've got that... Oh, and last letters. First letters, last letters. What about the last letters? E, G, S, S, H, H, G, F, D, N.
In Welsh, I would say.
We haven't used the gnomes yet, but I feel like that's not yet.
It may not be terribly clear on the Discord feed. Can you describe the circles for Helen's benefit and possibly everyone else's as well?
They're colours. There's red and blue, yellow and green and yellow, blue and red, yellow and green. What is that R for?
Well, I didn't realise from my view that there were more circles all the way down. So do we not just have to... It says move from top to bottom, doesn't it? So do we not just need to start at the top?
ITAL? Or... So we do that there. So we get IT for the first pair.
Yeah.
Nothing for the second pair.
Well, there are more coloured circles on your map, aren't there?
Are there?
Yeah, look down the left-hand side. Nice idea.
Oh! So that's cheeky. So it's red, which is the same as this colour. So it's B. So it's B, I, T, and then that E, bite.
But very, very cool puzzle.
I forgot what I'm doing. Oh, I'm texting. Texting.
Is it just the two? Oh,
It's the 4-letter code.
Yeah.
Nice. To be fair, I find those colours difficult to distinguish, but that's still no excuse for me not getting the puzzle.
No, not at all. I mean, that's why we're here to help.
Bingo, detective. That worked a treat. I'm inside City Hall, but there's a slight issue. A security guard is blocking the backstage entrance. They have a nose ring by the looks of it. That's all I can make out. See what you could do to get them to move. I'll make a dash for it when you succeed. Okay, it's time to work out.
Who's the god?
It's time for a pun on gnomes. Gnomes under the hammer.
We might have to. Yep.
Gnomes at the mouth. No. Okay, here we go. So they have a nose ring. That looks to me like it's coffee. Come on, focus. Don't get me. The calculator has yet to make an appearance today. Anyway, it's the only one with a nose ring. Oh no, there's two with a nose ring. Drowsy has a nose ring as well. Drowsy has a nose ring and Coffee has a nose ring. So one of these two is currently blocking our way to the backstage entrance. Guarding gnomes are the proud providers of the Folklore Falls Election Day Rally Events Core Security. The team have been hand-picked and are all outstanding in their field. Their efforts will support the candidates' own appointed security guards. We have provided photographs of the team so you can recognise them on the day to provide the identities. Each agent has a code gnome alias, code name shown below. So Drowsy or Coffee. Now,
I have to point out Gnome Way Out by Meredith and Gnome Alone by
keep them coming. These are good. So Drowsy and Coffee. Coffee will be by the podiums. Drowsy is in City Hall. So it is, because we're in City Hall and not by the podiums, it must be Drowsy. So we need to move Drowsy. So we now need to text one of these codes to move Drowsy. So Drowsy is currently... Oh, goodness.
there's only 5 coloured codes, but there's 6 dwarfs. Gnomes.
Because if you text Scarlet...
Gotcha.
We will all do that thing. So there's 5 different things you can make them do. So
sorry, I thought they all had a code name. Got you.
So, blocking the backstage entrance. So is in C2. There's the backstage entrance. So, which one was it? Coffee, did I say?
Drowsy.
Drowsy is currently there. So we need them to move away from C2. So Drowsy can go to E2. Like, what do we want? Where's E2? I mean, yeah. Or Drowsy can stay with code custard, or go to B2, which I don't think we want because...
It's still in view.
Exactly. Drowsy goes to D2 for Mauve, or C3 for Mandarin. We don't want C3. It's still potentially in eyeline. So which? So which do? So we've got.
Yeah. So he could.
Go on.
He could go to D2 or E2, wasn't it? One of those two.
It's one of those two, but I think there's an extra bit to this puzzle, because what if someone comes... We need no one to be in C2 at the end of this. Is that right? So if we do Code Scarlet... Sorry?
Gnome one.
Get out!
And well done to Jurors01 for spotting that in the chat. Well done.
So Scarlet, we will have someone else come into C2. But this one here, there's no one in C2. So Code Mauve. So that is what I need to text to this other security number. My phone is just littered with this random stuff.
You should have got a burner phone, maybe, for this. Like you got a burner email.
I did. I'm literally putting in Guarding Gnomes as the contact name. Add the phone number 07723 609 467. And now I'm going to message them with code MOVE, and I've done it all in shouty capitals.
No regrets. Not me.
Order received. Executing code MOVE manoeuvres now. And Polly's now just got into touch. Bingo, detective. Oh no, I don't know what you did, but that security guard is on the move. Capital work, detective. I'll bet my grandmother's breeches that the bomb is under the stage. Connect to the radio. It'll be useful to have you with me whilst I defuse the bomb, just in case. Oh, yeah. We've not used this yet. I think we might be using this in a second. If you want a frequency, Helen, if you go to the radio.
I am on... Oh, I thought it was on the radio. I am now.
bbwolf.co.uk/radio. It is PK294. PK294. Okay. There's going to be a colour puzzle coming up, and these glasses are going to be absolutely key to it. I know they are. So let's have a listen to Polly.
I'm under the stage right now. If you're right, detective, then... Hold on. I can see something up ahead. My word, detective, it's the bomb. Now, don't you worry. I've plenty of experience with this sort of thing. I just need my trusty cutters and... Pied Piper!
Sorry, Miss Kettle, but you're a little off the boil. And you, the mysterious accomplice, very clever. You nearly tripped me up, but I'm a professional. I always get the job done. So stay tuned. You'll hear Dick's glorious ascent to power. It promises to be explosive.
Well, before it does, let me introduce you to my little friends. They're a real blast. Sorry, Ed, but I've got a really short fuse when it comes to animal cruelty. Well, kid, with Polly out cold, it's up to you and me. I'll send you a picture of this bomb. Before we do anything reckless, we should work out what we're dealing with here. Find out the model name of this device and message it to me, not Polly. For the sake of Folklore Falls, please, get it right.
Okay. I tell you what, those wires look quite similar in black and white, but they do look fairly different in red. Because I don't understand why that is the case. But anyway, you can still make out which is which. It's not difficult. But anyway, popgoestheweasel.co.uk. It looks like this is set to be detonated remotely. We don't have long. First things first, I need you to identify the model of the bomb. When you've discovered its message, me the model name. Let's go to popgoestheweasel.co.uk.
I mean, another genius use of sort of nursery rhyme names here for a bomb company. I just think that's brilliant.
Keep punning and nobody dies. Yes. Explosive devices for all your incendiary needs. Pyrotechnics, bombs, mines, tripwires, shells, rockets, grenades, detonators, dynamite. Orders by inquiry only due to the specialist nature of our products. Let's take a look. In the unlikely event you are looking to defuse one of our timed or remote detonation devices, please ensure you are wearing safety goggles and carefully cut the illuminated wire. Warning, cutting the wrong wire will lead to timer malfunction and result in the detonation of your device within 30 seconds. Each of our timed and remote detonation devices are unique. So there's the Nutcracker, the Beauty, the Beast, the Kingmaker, the Dragon, the Knight, which accommodate all 6 potential combinations of 1 to 1, 1 to 3, 1 to 2, that sort of thing. So let's take a look at the bomb. 1 looks like it goes to me to 2. I'm calling the middle one on the right hand side 2. So it's 1 to 2.
Yep.
2 to 3. And 3 to 1. Do you agree? I hope you agree. 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 1. So now let's find that on here. 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 1. I think it's the Kingmaker.
Yeah, that's the one that fits that pattern. 1 to 2.
So I think we need to message Thingy B with the Kingmaker. Not the Lingmaker, as I'm Kingmaker.
Yep. And she wanted the model, didn't she? So, yeah.
So I assume it's the Kingmaker. So let's see what she says to that. Nothing. It's all gone horribly wrong. I think you're on the money, kid. Letters KM are imprinted on the back. Smart work. We've been on quite the journey together, haven't we? If I had to put my life in the hands of anyone, I think I'd choose you. And it looks like I'm going to have to. Tell me which wire I need to defuse the Kingmaker. Use the website to work it out and message me. Wire 1, wire 2 or wire 3. And I don't need to tell you. Get this wrong and I could be toast. Burnt toast. Well, so the lit one is this bottom one. I'll just put this on. Oh, yes, it's 2.
Yeah.
It's very, very much 2. If you put these on and you look at the website, it's very, very much 2. Yeah. Okay. So wire 2. I don't want to do this bit. I'd be useless as a bomb technician. Okay.
It's only the fate of Folklore Falls and several lives.
Wire 2.
I don't think it can, Meredith, because it would have to be on a website, so we'd have to see his screen.
Sort of have to have the camera pointing at the screen.
Yeah.
I can do that. So if well,
I was going to say you could get the website up on your phone, but I don't know whether this website.
See, this is what. So it looks like that, and then you put this over, and all of a sudden, like one really shines out.
Oh, that is impressive.
So for the Kingmaker, oh darn it. So for the Kingmaker, here we go. So it looks like that. That's fine, and then you put this over it, and it really looks like wire 2.
That really does. Wow, impressive.
So that's that. Like that works much better than I was expecting it to for a red filter.
Yes.
Kid, I'm glad I've hired you. It seems you have done the trick. You've not only saved my bacon, but this entire town's. Dick's about to get into position for his speech. You know they've done this deliberately.
I think they were having a lot of fun with this last episode.
I'm going to perk up, Polly. Crawl under his podium.
We've got so many rage saves in this, unbelievable.
And make a little surprise entrance.
God.
Tune into the local news. You'll want to hear this, I'm sure. Set the radio frequency to FF363.
Oh,
FF363. Whoops. I'm glad that I showed you because actually it worked. That colour puzzle somehow works really, really well. Like better. It's just a red filter, but I don't know why it works so well. BB Wolf radio. The code was FF363. Okay, 3 minutes. I think this is it. I think this is the denouement. Here we go.
This is Magic Mirror reporting. It's a clear day here in Fabled Square as the mayoral candidates take to the podiums. Pinocchio, very much the front runner, receives a warm applause, though Mr. Whittington's supporters are in fine fettle too. Mr. Whittington is due to speak first, although he seems rather distracted, checking his watch and looking over at the clock tower. He seems deeply troubled up there. Possibly the occasion has got the better of him. Oh, my word! Well, this is quite unprecedented. 2 chihuahuas have just burst out of a trapdoor from under the stage and are nipping at Mr. Whittington's feet. His security are making a move, but... listeners, if I'm not mistaken, that is public enemy number 1, Bee Wolf, just leaping from under the stage, and she seized Mr. Whittington.
Citizens of Folklore Falls, this man is a liar, a murderer, and a thief. He killed Mayor Thumb, he stole your dogs, and he plotted to kill Pinocchio here today. Under that podium is a bomb he planned to use just moments ago. Here's a speech, penned in his own hand, that reveals his plot. And at Fairweather Farms, you'll find a factory that houses the grisly truth behind Feed Our Folks.
Nice try, Miss Wolf. But you should know that even an incy-wincy spider always catches the fly.
Mayoral candidate Dick Whittington has just pulled a revolver on Beowulf.
And down will come the rain to wash the spider out!
Oh my. Miss Wolf's accomplice, Polly Kettle, has just appeared from nowhere, disarmed Mr. Whittington, and now has him pinned to the ground. The police are looking over the speech, they're searching under the podium, and, well, they seem convinced by the evidence, and they're placing Mr. Whittington under arrest. Given what's unfolding here in Fable Square, I think it is safe to say that Pinocchio will be pulling the strings in City Hall tomorrow morning. The Chihuahuas are being returned now to their owner, Missy Muffet, who is overjoyed, and it looks like Beowulf is ready to address the crowds again.
My fellow citizens, Folklore Falls is lucky to have a guardian angel looking down on it. Its own fairy godmother, if you will. A brave, dedicated detective who never gave up and never stopped believing. We owe you a great debt, kid. Until next time.
You never asked my name. You never once asked my name. Give that wolf a banana, absolutely. Oh, Tristan was one of the characters. I wonder which one Tristan was. Pinocchio 1, that's fake nose. Oh. Hey! Oh, as you say, what fun. That is just so good. I love the Detective Society, and this has been their best project yet, I think.
Yeah.
Just because it's a fun scenario, really, really good puzzles.
Very good, especially this one.
Well, I mean, in some ways, very, very simple. Like, all you're doing is folding a piece of paper, but it's using it in then several different ways, and then just pulling all the little bits of information together that are all over the place. And for the most part, we did quite well. A couple of bits we got stuck on, but for the most part, we did very well.
We certainly did, and I think they packed as much as we got in the first two seasons into a shorter season. Almost, it felt like it was.
Oh, absolutely. The shorter, the fact that there was only 3 episodes helps the storyline because they don't have to keep on stringing it out.
Or remembering what we did last week.
Matt, did you get any particular favourite puzzles there, or any particular stuck bits?
I think, as you did, I really liked the ID card holder fitting perfectly over the...
that takes doing, that does, because
it's recognisably a generic ID card holder.
Oh, yeah. I hadn't spotted it on here. I will fully admit that was Helen. Just hadn't spotted. But that's such a simple design. Just like, this is just like a bit of, a bit of the terrace, or a bit of the, that could be anything, and then you put that over... And then the colour bits with the B and the E were also very clever. Very clever indeed.
Wow, really good.
And yeah, I did also really enjoy the folding puzzle that you mentioned.
Oh, I love that.
One thing you sort of did a bit backwards is you were meant to use the green line with the shapes on it first as the guideline for how to do the second fold. And then after that you'd read follow the circuit on the top. Ah.
But because we'd already spotted that...
Yeah. I mean, it didn't do any harm, by any means.
And this STKLNA bit that was on here doesn't get used in either fold.
No. Complete red herring.
Yep.
Clever. I like what Hologrow says. Saving the dogs made a major change from saving the kittens.
Those kittens had better be safe.
Oh, yeah. And all the bunnies.
Oh, Kevin.